All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is still the National Project Management Conference 2024. Please allow me to introduce our next speaker. This next speaker is a multi-award winning project management professional. He's an amazing young man, always exuberant. Oh, please, thank you, volunteers. Please put your hands together for them. Volunteerism already in motion. He is a former board member of the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication, GIFEC. He is also the former chairman of the technical subcommittee and a member of the audit committee of the board of GIFEC. While doing so, he has also contributed 24 years of his life to the telecommunications ecosystem and its evolving new technologies in Ghana through MTN. He is responsible for the development of strategy and operation support for the Capital Projects Group function and ensures effective governance and execution of projects managed by the division on behalf of the organization to meet business plan objectives. Today, after 24 years, he's currently the Chief Capital Projects Officer of the Capital Projects Group for MTN Ghana. Please, let's welcome Mr. William Tetteh, who would be treating the topic. Oh, I thought I was going to have a resounding applause coming from you. Treating the topic data-driven decision-making, powering projects through decoded data insights. Please, no one does data better than this man. Make some noise for him. Yep.
Let's say she brought a lot of shoes and other stuff here. What ran through my mind was, how do I manage risk also in my relationship? Do you also get more? So, Jumoke, when I get home, I'll tell my wife that I had this from the project management. So, I'm going to get more people to actually support. Okay. I also realized that lots of people didn't make me out because they thought it's my avatar who is here, but it's me. This was me many years ago. This year in April, I decided to look like any of the young guys in the office, you know? The guys always keep their beards. I said, this I can do. At least I see Andrew with his beard, George with his beard, and a few of the guys. I said I can do that. So I decided to change my face. So if you see me like this, it's in competition. One guy also in the office actually had grown the hair, you know, and every time rubs his hand in his hair. So when he sees me, then he rubs his hand in the hair. But I know I cannot compete in that area. So I give up on that. I want to say a big thank you to, I saw one of the banners saying that get involved. And I think ever since Jumoke got us involved with the PMI, it's been successful and the, what do you call it, the marketing or the outreach has been enormous. So I want to say a big thank you to you, Jumoke, for bringing us on board. And also a big thank you to Andrew. Last year we were in Kenya and I believe this year we'll be in, what do you call it, Kigali. George, is George here? Thank you very, very much also. I also want to, not to sound braggadocious, Engineer Jacqueline. I don't want to sound, braggadocious, but I want to tell you, a few weeks ago, one of my, our Spock came to me and said, there is this global PMI, PMO Global Awards, you know, for Africa and all the various, continent. So we should also apply. I said, really? Do you think you can? So let's give it a try. Well, we did. And I saw a lot of countries, South Africa, MTN Ghana, MTN Nigeria, MTN South Africa. I think ECG was there, right? I think ECG was there. Yeah, I think ECG was there. But I am very, very, very proud. I wasn't hopeful anyway because I didn't know that maybe what we are doing could be recognized. And I'm happy, and I'm saying that we can see far because we stand on the shoulders of giants, because this is what Isaac Newton said. And all of us here, I would say that MTN Ghana has been shortlisted, and we are going to be in California to be, hopefully, to be picking up that award because we've gone through the quarterfinals, semi-finals, we're shortlisted, and today is now Ghana and Libya. So we are going to represent Africa, and I'm very hopeful. Engineer, we can bring it to you. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you. So let's give it to ourselves because we are representing PMI Global. Okay, my topic for today is powering. Is it here? Does it show here? It makes it easier for me than to look back. Oh, anyway, powering projects through decoded data. Oh, there's a pointer. Okay. No, I wanted. Can I see it here? Oh, okay. Anyway, let's make do with what we have. I wanted us to be on the same page. So I said, let's start. What is data, right? Because people may have different meanings to what data is. And as you can see here, data simply refers to collected observations or measurements represented as numbers, tests, and then multimedia. Do we all agree? Okay. I have to be mindful of time because I took this year, I see, is not merciful. The types of data we have qualitative and quantitative data, okay? Qualitative you can represent, quantitative as you can all see, you'll be able to count and then see as you get along. So, qualitative, descriptive, pictures, weight, distance is a qualitative. So now in today's world, moving to the next slide. Oh, sorry, I didn't show this. All right. So I'll leave it on for a few seconds for you to see what the types of data that we have. In my next slide, it says that in today's world, data is everywhere and is considered super valuable for any organization. I believe you all agree with me, including project management. Raw data by itself isn't very useful, but that's where data analytics comes in to help collect, unpack, and present it in a meaningful way. Okay. MTN Project Office, last year, I think, or two, we introduced what we call the operational excellence for project management improvement. What we realized that from our project, we're having late start of some of the projects. And when we went back and did analysis, we realized that some of the project, the delays were coming from our contracting staff and the procurement process. So we went in there, in terms of operational excellence, we decided to actually optimize that, and that has actually led to improve project timelines, and we're able to deliver projects faster now. So now it's a continuous thing based on data insights. Okay. Now let's look at data analysis. Data analysis plays a very crucial role, and I believe you will all agree with me. I would want to give a few examples of these data trends, about data trends, project performance, project baseline monitoring, risk management, resource optimization, and process improvement. When it comes to project trend analysis, you'll agree with me that this identifies the trends. We're able to anticipate potential issues and develop solutions that will enable them to deliver the project more efficiently. This is in relation to the project trend analysis. When it comes to the performance, we're able to capture the velocity of project, making it easier to estimate actually the time to know whether this project is going to be completed on schedule or not. So this is very, very important. In terms of the project baseline monitoring, we also spot early symptoms of budget, cost, and timeline slips and take timely corrective actions. Project risk management we also ensure that we enhance the risk management strategies using historical data to identify risk. I can assure you that today in MTN we are running one of the most complex projects that we can think of, But due to insight we've had, I remember what we're doing, 2013, we did something similar. And this is even more complex with technological advancement. However, with this knowledge and insight, we've been able to actually mitigate all the risk that comes with it. And I'm very hopeful we're going to complete that project in less than the time estimated. So risk management is so key. We also were able to optimize resources. We all know that when every project is done, we disband the team, right? What we do is when we disband the team, we look at where each resources is needed at any particular or for any particular project, and that is done. So resource optimization also do come with this. Also, as we get along, we also improve the process. So like I mentioned earlier, we have actually improved the process using operational excellence to actually get projects done faster because of realize the pitfall with the contracting and then the procurement process. All right, moving to all right, here we say data and its relevance in modern projects, okay? Most importantly, data supports, thank you. Data supports and aids decision-making to enable project success. I believe we all agree with that. And then it facilitates and identifies areas for improvement and also enable data-driven decision that leads to better outcomes. So in terms of the relevance of data, data is seriously a strategic asset. Do you all agree? Data is a strategic asset that we can never play with now going forward. Right. Clive puts it in a nice way. He says that data is the new oil. But as we get along, we'll see that there will be some qualifications of this going forward. All right? Now let's talk about data decoding. I mean, the key point, part of the... I like this dancing, huh? You okay, you are there? Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn. All right. Data decoding involves, like we can see, collecting raw data and the importance of transforming data into actionable insights that drives decision. All right? This, I would say, is will be the main takeout of my presentation. These 5 steps, okay? Decoding data involves understanding the data, that's the raw data, and the importance of transforming data into actionable insight that drive decision. These 5 steps, I would say, first is the data collection. For data collection, you identify your source of data, internal databases, third-party sources, IoT devices. Don't forget that garbage in, garbage out. So you have to be very, very, very conscious of the data that you are collecting, okay? Now you also have to do data cleaning, okay? Ensure you have a robust process of cleaning your data to ensure accuracy, reliability, and avoid duplicates, okay? Missing values and inconsistencies in your database. This should be done periodically. This is very, very important. There's step 3, which has to do with data analysis. Use the methods of data analysis best suited for your organization. Every organization and what works for you, all right? So it is not a one size fits all, okay? Descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, and cognitive. So these are the data analysis methods that you can use. We also have the visualization and reporting. Data visualization plays a critical role in interpreting and communicating insight using tools like dashboards and reports to make data understandable. On the point 5, it has to do with actionable insight. Based on the reports received, you can translate insight into actions and successfully leverage data insights to make a significant improvement. This is very, very important. Let me just give you a very simple example. In my area where I live, I've been made a chairman of the Keep Fit Club. It used to be 90 people. It used to be 90 people during the COVID, but now we are around about 20. We have decided to be paying dues, 50 cedis a month. And we use that collections to actually do some programs. Some are paying their dues, others are not. I have sacked some people who are not paying. Those who are also paying and are not paying well, next week is the 4th of August. I hear Monday will be a holiday, so we are having a get-together. I was able to put all the data together since 2021, and I was able to put them just using Excel, okay? Now the Excel just told me those who have paid up to what point. So next week when we get to the get-together, some people are just going to have one bottle of drink. Or for me, I have paid everything. I'm going to drink as much as I can. So this is just a simple way of applying data to know this very simple activity. So data is very, 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 very important. Okay, now let's bring it home. Let's say in MTN, how do we do that? So I will just share with you how we do data, how we decode data in MTN. Applying the 5 principles, we also do data collection, data cleaning, data analysis, visualization, and reporting, and then we action the insight, okay? In MTN, comprehensive data is periodically mined from MTN Business Intelligence, servers, and data warehouses during project tracking, all right? This involves collaborating with stakeholders, data analytics teams, and recording data shared by project managers using tools such as Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Power BI. You can use any tool that you have, but within our system, we use Excel and Power BI, okay? If we look at the data cleaning, how do we clean our data? These data points are cleaned to ensure accuracy and systematically housed in shared or collaborative folders to ensure availability of historical information. Like I'm telling you, we did one of our major projects in 2013, and we are applying these data that we collected many years ago and over the years, because we've been able to do over $2 billion dollars worth of projects over the years. And we're able to go into those repository and then come up with the information to assist in our analysis. In terms of data analysis, which is the 3rd point, the insights from project data provide valuable information to MTN Ghana on several fronts, including which strategic direction to prioritize, whether project needs a change in scope, and the achievability of the set project metrics, among other factors. So we are able also to tell if we are failing or we have issues. We're able to analyze those data to actually come up with solutions and to take quick actions. Okay. In terms of visualization and reporting, MTN Ghana implements data governance policies by establishing clear data standards and definitions to ensure consistency. Data stewards, data reporting or governance teams are designated with the added responsibility of maintaining data quality. So data is very, very important. Today, I believe that some of us on social media, some of us within using our phones, that if you go to Amazon, if you go to other areas, these companies are able to send you tailored information that suits your need. Am I right or wrong? They're able to tell you this activity is here. If even you are a tourist, you visit places like of this nature, they're able to give you some examples or throw certain adverts at you because they have insight in terms of what you do. So these are very, very important. Now, in terms of the last point, which is actionable insight. In MTN, the Capital Projects Group, of which, of course, I'm the head, we always realize project success year on year by systematically integrating these data-driven practices into the project life cycle. I am confident to say that over the years, we have never ever, I mentioned many years ago, that we in MTN have never ever carried any project over. We have capitalized fully every budget which is given to us. And I mean, we are a force to reckon with, although, yeah. Just this morning, I had a call from the Senior Vice President's office asking me for a resource from our project management office to go and support South Sudan. I told him I'll get back to him after my meeting. So definitely, in our small ways, what we are doing is actually catching on, and we are becoming the force to reckon with. Many thanks also to my team. Thank you. All right, so now I would say that let's look at how MTN Ghana projects powered through data decoded insights, okay? We are going to look at how we do that. First, let's look at the LTE expansion, which I've spoken about in bits and pieces. You can read what it's on the slide, and I'll just give you a little bit of insight on my speaking notes. So, data collected daily shows that MTN Ghana adds close to 500,000 customers per month. Most of these new customers are active data users, and considering an organic churn that comes with acquiring subscribers, there are averagely 1.5 million subscribers that eventually stay on as MTN customers annually, potentially making use of voice, data, and fintech. Fintech is mobile money services. Okay, an added 1.5 million users on the network essentially is an added volume on the existing network infrastructure. A simple analysis informs us there is a critical need for proactive capacity expansion of some of these infrastructures and technology, and hence expansion projects on LTE were conceptualized and implemented, okay? So these are the things that we do in terms of the scarce resources that we have. Based on data insights, some of these projects are actually giving birth to ensure. We're making sure that everyone here experience a better network. And yesterday in my room, although the coverage wasn't that great, however, the speed I was having was excellent, and I was able to do what I needed to do, all right? So here we say LTE expansion and RAN modernization projects are run year on year to improve network performance and resilience by modernizing existing hardware and providing additional capacity on the LTE in the technology space. At the end of the delivery, each site gets 4G capacity to augment LTE capacity. The aim of this project is to increase data capacity, which will enhance data experience for subscribers. I believe that some of us, many years ago, when we were using, the Edge, and then went to 3G, and then went to 4G, you are realizing that you're able to do more if you're trying to do any research, you're able to do more and quickly than you were doing before. So that is what we actually look at, trying to make sure that the customer is always satisfied with our products and services. Now let's look at I think Manuela spoke about the mobile money that, has he moved? Okay. Also, our mobile money project. You can look on the slides and I'll just give you a little details on it. Before the introduction of MTN Mobile Money in Ghana, MTN Mobile Money was introduced in 2009, okay? Approximately 70% of the population was unbanked. This large unbanked population highlighted the need for financial services that could be accessed without traditional banking infrastructure, making mobile money a crucial solution for financial inclusion in the country. The data of the unbanked population prior to MTN launch is commonly referenced in reports and studies from financial institutions and international development organizations. Key sources include the World Bank through their global Findex database, Ghana Statistical Service via National Service, and reports on financial access and inclusion, and the Bank of Ghana. MTN used this data to design the Momo product, estimate the number of merchants required nationwide, estimate increment in customer care agents, and design processes and services to support the product. By December 2023, MTN Mobile Money had over 15 million users transacting up to 1.7 trillion annually, which includes peer-to-peer, merchant-to-merchant, wallet-to-bank payments, mobile recharge, mobile data purchase, and various other transactions. MTN accounts for over 90% of fintech transactions in Ghana as at the end of December 2023, and mobile money penetration at 59.7. So this clearly, due to data insights, we're able to come out with products that will inure to the benefit of the customer. So you can see clearly the advantages of this. Now we looked at the MTN DigiCare. Once you look on the slides, I would also share with you some of the insights that gave birth to this project. By December 2023, MTN had 15.37 active data users, with 85% of these customers using Android devices with WhatsApp, YouTube, and Facebook apps. Data analysis and insight also confirm customer engagement on the digital channels for MTN Ghana has increased by 56% in 2022 as compared to 2021. Customer feedback from use of self-service, digital platforms, and data usage trends confirmed the customer needs for more enhanced digital and self-service options. Self-service solutions would also improve experience for customers by eliminating the need to queue and wait for assistance. This key insight formed the basis for the rollout of MTN DigiCare project. DigiCare, as a project, implemented a chatbot service named Ziggy. How many of you use our Ziggy? You don't know Ziggy? Okay. Our chatbot for MTN is called Ziggy, and on MTN's digital channel to engage customers on these digital touch points, okay? Transactional services like SIM swap, data and airtime purchases, mobile transaction, and fraud reporting on digital channels to drive first contact resolution. Elimination of manual process of over 20,000 requests for number reinstatement, fiber and tablenet data usage records, and data bundle reversal requests, okay? Mobile transactions confirmation via USSD shortcode and web portal to give mobile customers, merchants, and partners access to confirm the delivery of status of a transaction. This will avoid the frequent calls and follow-up requests to 100 on status of transactions due to SMS delivery challenges. So we were able to put now within MTN, every product that we try to bring, we have to put a control of that product in the hands of the customer, making sure that the customer is able to do a lot of the things themselves, especially when you are literate. So this is exactly what we've been doing over the years. So those of you who have not engaged with Ziggy, please try our digital channel and you'll find Ziggy there. The fourth case study, I believe that, please, I will beg of nobody to ask me of a tablenet device, okay? I believe you all know about tablenet. You know about tablenet? Uh-huh. So when we launched our 4G service in June 2016, this launch marked a significant milestone for the company, enabling it to provide faster and more reliable internet services to customers. This also allowed MTN to offer improved data speeds, better network quality, and enhanced overall user experience, which helped in catering to the growing demand for high-speed internet and digital services in the country. By the end of 2017, MTN saw a 30% increase in data users, reaching around 8.3 million. The boost came from the introduction of 4G LTE, which attracted new users and encouraged upgrades thanks to better speed and reliability. To meet the growing demand for digital services, remote work, online education, and entertainment, MTN decided to roll out a new internet service called MTN TurboNet, launched in April 2029. TurboNet is a plug-and-play solution that offers high-speed internet without a need to extensive installation, ideal for household and small businesses. MTN TurboNet has been a hit in Ghana, filling a big gap for easy-to-install, reliable high-speed internet since its launch. MTN Ghana sold over 100,000 TurboNet devices. I believe the TurboNet came just in time because when we launched MTN TurboNet in 2019, 2020 in March, there was a lockdown, and then everybody had to work from home, and it came in very handy. And I can assure you, most of you enjoyed the services, and it was seamless. You worked as if you were in your offices, right or wrong? Let's give it to MTN. So, I want to also say that, okay, data insights also comes with its challenges. I believe we all know that we know about data privacy and cybersecurity. People have called me and said, I'm looking for this person. I think this person is, can you check the number and tell me where the person is? I'll tell you, you can't do that. Not even for your partner or your child. You can't do that because everybody's phone, your phone is like your privacy. You own it, okay? And these data insights will always come with the challenges of data privacy and cybersecurity. Here we are concerned with the CIA triad. We want to maintain confidentiality, integrity, and availability of our data. So we actually try to protect the data of our customers and everybody that we have. So we comply with regulations, data governance, and implement cybersecurity solutions. What we've done in MTN is to ensure that our professionals or our staff are actually trained, and we have always constant training for the team to ensure that nothing of that nature of, data privacy breach will be encouraged. Anybody who does that, you find yourself to blame. How am I doing on time? It's time, okay. All right, so I would say that in summary, because it's already time, I want to say that data is a strategic asset, especially in project management, because it facilitates trend analysis, project performance, project baseline, it enhances risk management strategies, optimize resource allocation, and improve project processes. Do you agree with me? So, just as we began by saying that data is the new oil, David McCandles says that data is the new soil, which I agree with him. The data is where you plant everything, that you have everything growing for you. You can have your insights and you can make money. You can sit in your house and have tailored programs, products for your customers and for your consumers. Thank you very much.
Oh, please, you can do it better for William Tetteh. Good. That was a good run. That was a good run. Congratulations on the awards yet to be received, because with William, there's always an award somewhere. Highly competitive. I believe tomorrow we'll have a good time, right?
I believe so strongly. Yeah. I think we'll beat ECG. In fact, ECG is my only target, actually.
Please, let me take 2 questions for William. 2 questions quickly. Yes, I see one hand up over there. Please, bring me a microphone. Let me do this.
All right, whilst we are trying to take the questions, let me just acknowledge a few people that, in fact, these slides that I'm presenting, I'm so agile that I actually gave it to my team to actually prepare for me. And they were absolutely fantastic on it. Mine was just to, in fact, as I sit in my office, I feel very relaxed. Those who know me, I hug a lot of ladies because I know my team, everybody's working. Things are moving on because they don't need me to perform because everybody knows what to do. And so I was very, very happy that Anita is here. Please, Anita, let them see you. She was one of the people who helped in putting Olawale. He's no longer. He was working from Canada, so he was also part of the team that put this together. You have Fusenatu, Latif, and then Joseph Owusu. They are in the office online, and Hinsi, my technical director there. And he actually make sure that everything on my iPad is working. So if you saw him come to me, are you all right? I said, I'm fine. Also, Jumoke put us in touch with, where is Emmanuel Ayet? Aglevo, please stand up. Please let's all acknowledge this man. MTN is here and we have been successful because our single point of contact, Bernard Bleusi Aglevo, as part of his schedule, he's a volunteer for us. He runs every project activity that we do. He was the one who told me about the Global Awards. He was the one who put everything together. Mine was just to come and speak, and everybody did what they had to do. So please, I say God bless you. Thank you very much. We are very proud of you. Very, very proud of you.
All right, thank you. We'll take the questions now, one from here. Yes.
All right, so my name is Signorita Sam. My first question is, I believe we are aware of the 14th March incident, and I wanted to know what kind of insight you got from the data you retrieved from that 14th March incident, and what actions are being considered, so in case you have such incidents, it will impact customers. The second one is with your challenges. I noticed you just mentioned cybersecurity and governance skills. I was going to ask, whilst collecting data, processing them and reporting, what kind of challenges did you face whilst undergoing this process? So if there are some companies here who are going through the same stages, they'll actually pick up something from there.
All right. I mean, he mentioned the 14th. A lot of people don't know about the 14th. The 14th of March, we had undersea cable cut. All right. That brought, I think at that time I wasn't in the country, so I didn't experience it. But I could realize, in fact, the first thing I could realize there was a problem. I was trying to locate my camera at home, and I tried, and I couldn't see anything. But I didn't know what was happening. What happened was, I mean, it was a force majeure, okay? But fortunately, you know, we have redundancy. The unfortunate thing is that all these were, 4 of the cables were terminating at Cote d'Ivoire, okay? So whatever happened, whether it was sabotage or whatever, I don't know what happened. Nobody could tell. But it brought down about 3 of those, and I think we are on 4 because we have spread our capacity around. So we had about 3 of them going down. If my memory serves me right, I don't think I have the correct, but I'll just give you just a brief description of what happened, and where our capacity was down. So now immediately we had to route to other areas like Togo and other areas to recover. And I think the recovery was quite fast. However, going forward, you know, nobody thought that cables of that nature would all go down like that. Sometimes we have one going to South Africa, then we get our pop in Portugal, okay? One going to South Africa, then it passes through South Africa too. Now we are having another undersea cable coming to land. However, the other areas, people are talking about the terrestrial. So we are looking at the one across the boundaries. But once Elon Musk Starlink is in, so I believe discussions are ongoing. We'll now have one also across on the satellite. Satellite, the problem is with the latency. The reason why, before, when we started our telecoms, I remember I was the engineer who put on the one at Tamale. We went through satellite. But satellite is a latency. When we talk about latency, it's the time. You know, go up, come down before you start on the ground. So the latency was a problem. But today, that has been resolved, and I think technology has advanced. So going forward, these will be mitigated unless the world comes to an end. So let's see how it goes. But we are still not insulated from the issues, but we are managing it. As I speak now, another cable is down, but none of you is aware because we've sorted it out. We've mitigated the risk. Now, in terms of the data processing, I mean, every organization, you see, anything, I've always believed that anything that you put your heart and your mind to, you always succeed. We have to go through the fundamentals and see what what we want. What do you want? What is your budget? What are the options? And then you go through those steps. And once you go through those steps, today we have big data engines. We call them what? Adam. We have Adam. We have I call it Eve. Adam and Eva. Aha. Advanced data analytics model. You understand? And then we have another one we call Eve. That these are big, what do you call it? Processes or data warehouses that we use. But I wouldn't prescribe, like I was mentioning earlier, I wouldn't want to prescribe that to anyone. You have to go through the organization, pick people with the knowledge, and then go through the process and see. Sometimes you can start with just Excel, and that you can graduate from there, and then you can be able to, because at the end of the day, what you're looking for is data to make meaningful analysis to drive your operational efficiency. So I would say basically that. I wouldn't want to prescribe any tool, but I want to say that appreciate the process, go through what the steps are to get to that side. I don't know if Anita, you work with it, so I want you to throw more light if there is any. I've said it all.
Fabulous, fabulous.
All right.
Anita, I like you. Thank you, William. We'll take the last question here. Please
Can
go
I
ahead.
go on? Okay. Thank you
Hey,
very much.
Asana.
Mr. Tetteh. That was a great presentation.
Thank you very much.
I have a question. So with this data collection, you're collecting a lot of data and you're storing, right? This means that you are using more energy in terms of electricity. I think that is the case, but you can tell me if that's wrong. I think you're using more electricity now. And this is a situation where we are trying to move away. We are moving from, the normal fossil, burning of normal fossil fuel to renewable energy. What's the plan of MTN in ensuring that instead of using more and burning more fuel, you are actually looking at sustainability in your operation?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. MTN is committed to sustainable performance in terms of our business. We have, today as I speak, MTN Group has a project we call Project Zero. The Project Zero, what it means is that, and today, we have an executive who is a director like me. Her title is Chief Corporate Services and Sustainability Officer. So that tells you. And today, we have moved all of our equipment are now using DC instead of actually AC. And you could tell when you come to my office like this, we've gone to energy saving. We are now even, my facilities senior manager who is here, Eunice, we are using solar. I was just tasked by my CEO. She was yesterday telling me that the report is ready, where we're going to look at solar in MTN House in other offices also. And the budget is ready, so that we're going to present. So as a zero carbon footprint on all our properties and our premises is of key, and it's not only to Ghana, but to the MTN group as a whole. So it's a KPI, a weight of 100, I have 10% in that weight. So that tells you how serious we are looking at, zero carbon emissions. So don't worry, MTN has a whole plan driving that agenda. Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, William. We are honored, always.
Thank you very much.
Yes. A huge round of applause, please. Willie, I forgot to do this. Please take this. Let me call on the president of PMI Ghana, please. Let's do this presentation. Following your presentation, please. This is a plenary speaker certificate presented to William Tetteh in recognition of outstanding contribution as plenary speaker of the presentation titled Powering Projects Through Decoded Data Insights here at the NPMC 2024.